Hi everyone, my name is Elena and I'm an LDXD student, and my project is an e-learning course on AI-enhanced project-based learning for higher education. So many of you probably thought of how AI is affecting education at this moment, but maybe when it comes to learning through projects, um, what the role of AI is when the work and the assessment is more nuanced and multifaceted. So what is project-based learning? It's an instructional approach that is student-centered. It's connected to a real-world problem. Students explore questions, solve problems, reflect, and create some type of product at the end. And the goal is, of course, to gain knowledge and understanding about the subject matter, but also to develop success skills, which are like 21st century skills, such as critical thinking. And while it isn't mainstream, it is like increasingly common for higher education institutions to have this approach in their courses. And so the reason I wanted to do this project, there are a few reasons, but through my research, I learned how project-based learning is quite difficult to do, at least do it really well. Many educators try to do it, but sometimes it happens only partially, or it isn't done very well, and it requires a lot of time and expertise on their end. And some things that are holding them back from using AI for this approach is the lack of time and resources to explore AI and the uncertainty about how to use it effectively. So my target learners are university educators, and I was inspired by UNESCO AICHE, which is an organization under UNESCO's missions. And they have an online learning platform targeted towards higher education faculty to learn, to be trained on digital skills so that they can facilitate online learning. And my solution is a series of short interactive e-learning modules where the educators can learn elements of project-based learning while experimenting where AI can support them in designing and implementing it more effectively. So in my course, it would cover these modules. For my project, I focused on assessing student learning, as I found that particularly interesting and important. So I'll walk through it. So for the module assessing student learning, it's broken into a few sections, and each section is very short. You can probably go through in 5 minutes or 10 minutes, which touches on cognitive load theory. So this is the introduction, and then we have the assessing different aspects of learning, which is the next section. And as you go through the content, you'll find a blue banner that says AI support. This one is for creating quizzes. If you click there, it will bring you to this other part of it. And there are instructions on how to open a chatbot, and then it provides you with some prompt templates and example prompts. And you can insert them in the AI chatbot and actively engage with the output. After that, there's additional prompting strategies, so that encourages educators to further experiment and play around. And this is similar for the next section, which is creating and using rubrics. It sends you to this page where they can experiment with the prompts. And after experimenting with the prompts, there will be a reflective section that asks the educator a few questions. For example, this one was, what role do you believe educators should play in an AI-supported classroom, or what ethical concern arise for you? So to recap, some of the key features are the micro-learning modules on project-based learning, and intertwined with that modules, educators can be linked to hands-on exploration with AI prompts and examples where they can have firsthand experience with using the prompts, seeing how they might be using it and how students might be interacting with AI chatbots, and then finally having reflective questions on AI use in teaching and learning so that they are constantly thinking and reflecting about how it's affecting them as a teacher. And with this, the goal is for educators to incorporate AI into project-based learning to support their designing and assessment process. So thank you for your attention, and there's my contact information. If you have any questions or feedback, we appreciate it. Thank you.